All right, in today's video, I'm going to help you with dealing with failure so you can get to success. The problem is that we tend to use the word failure as just like it's the umbrella. Like if you can imagine having an umbrella in your hand and you're looking up and in that you're looking up at that umbrella and it has the words failure in there. And then you notice that with that umbrella in your hand, that there's really other words that describe failure. That would be the rain that's coming down on you. And those words could be words like you would be embarrassed. So that means that you don't want to experience failure because you're going to have embarrassment. It could be from family, friends, whatever in your community. Next thing, one of those words that could be raining down on you is that you don't want to lose money. Maybe just the feeling of the loss of security, like the money that you do have. It may not be a lot of money, but that money brings you a certain level of security. So you equate failure with that loss of money. Another word could be loss of confidence, where you equate failure with loss of confidence. So that raining down on you, if you have that failure, that rain that would be hitting you is that confidence. And you believe in your own mind right now that you cannot afford to lose confidence. And I'm not saying that these are right or wrong. What I'm saying is that for each of us, there's certain things that we equate failure with, and it stops us from being able to move forward. Maybe loss of self-esteem. Maybe you just cannot take that loss of your self-esteem. Maybe you've had other things that made you lose your self-esteem in the past, and you just don't feel like that's something that if you had a failure with a business, that it's going to be hard for you to get back up and climb back up again. Not to say that it's true. It's not true, but it's just the way that you feel. Another thing is it could be the way that you look. Maybe you don't want to look a certain way. That was one of the things that I had to overcome in business. Even when I became successful in my first business, or let me even go before that. The way that I was afraid of the way that I would look to people trying to be successful in the business. And I ended up having that business become successful. And I still had to overcome when I tried to open up other businesses on those failing. I didn't want to look like a failure. So these are words that we use and feelings that we have that actually, if you were to break down what the word failure meant to you individually, these are some of the expressions that would stop you from being able to move forward with whatever you're trying to do in business. It can hold you from being successful. Now, I'm pretty sure, and what I want you to do is to write down some words that you describe failure as. And then what you can do to work on, to solve those problems with those feelings that you have, is to just say, why do I have that feeling? Why do I care about being embarrassed? Because really, when you really look at it, other people are too wrapped up in their lives to care about, about what you're going through. They may say something, but it's really the way that you take it, And if someone is just trying to, say, hey, you were dumb, stupid for trying that thing, then that's someone that you don't even want to be around, because that's someone who's going to be negative regardless. And that's someone who probably wouldn't have even went for it for themselves to try to do anything. So you don't even want to be around that type of person. So write down some of the reasons why you either think that you're not moving forward. Like if you're trying to start a business and you just keep thinking about failing in that business, you need to write down some of your reasons on why you believe the feelings that you get from failure. Just write them down, as many as you can. And then what you have to do is back up and say, why would I have that feeling? Or where did that feeling come from? Maybe it's an experience that you had in the past, or maybe something that someone said to you, like a parent or someone that you really respect in your life, to where no matter what, when you try to move forward, you have that feeling comes up. And that feeling, could be 100% false feelings. There's no right or wrong. The feeling is legit, but the reason for the feeling is not legit, because it doesn't matter what amount of embarrassment you got to go through. If you became successful, you would say, if you knew you would become successful, 100%, like it was just like, you just got to do this, you're going to be successful, you would go through it. But see, you can't set up the game that way. Business isn't set up that way. You're going to have to go through it. You're going to have to go through some failures. You're going to have to deal with those feelings and keep moving forward. So your homework would be to write on a piece of paper, like I got written here, the word failure, and then on one side, and you put an equal sign, and then I want you to put all of those feelings that you might have. So if you're embarrassment, the feeling of loss of money, loss of confidence, self-esteem, the way you might look, it could be the way that people might say, hey, I told you so, whatever it is, just write those down. And then I want you to think for a minute, like, why does that matter? If you really want to be the one that goes out there and do what you want to do, to prove it to yourself, this will help you become 100% invested in doing what you need to do, and understanding that you're going to have some failures, understanding you're going to have some feelings that come with those failures, and you're just going to deal with it and keep moving forward. So that's my lesson for you today. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to the channel, post your questions and comments. I'll be in there answering those comments. Thank you for your time. This is Making Money with Stephen A. Williams here on YouTube.